Hello and welcome to a new week. This week we're doing Acts 21. So we've just finished Acts 20 where Paul says farewell to the Ephesian elders. He's had them come down to Miletus. And so I've pulled a new map off of Wikipedia. This is a early 20th century map. It's hard to read, but I can point out the places. So you can see Miletus is here and Ephesus is a little bit north there. So that's where Paul had his farewell to the Ephesians. And so we begin with verse 1. And as it came to pass for us to sail, having taken our departure from them, having gone a straight course, we came into Kos. Okay, a lot of participles there. So Kos is, I believe, this island right here. And so they've gone from Miletus to Kos. Step one. A lot of Aorist here. So this is Agenatol, which I hope by now you know is the Aorist of Ginomai. It's the it came to pass form. The subject, quote unquote, of an infinitive is in the accusative case. That's why hemos is accusative. And here's the infinitive. 6 of the 7 infinitive forms end in I. And then theta eta is aorist passive. So this is an aorist passive infinitive from, I suppose, anago, which seems to mean to sail in these sorts of contexts. For us to sail, having taken our leave from them, theta epsilon has me thinking aorist passive. Unt has me thinking participle, aorist passive participle. Accusative masculine plural because it goes with hemos. Us having said goodbye or taken our leave from them, having departed from them, something like that. I know that, so this would be anaspao or something like that. I'm sorry, apospazo or something like that, or apospao, I think it is. Okay, another aorist, sigma alpha with a participle, aorist active participle from euthodromeo, I believe, which is straight course, pretty straightforwardly there. So having gone a straight course, we came to Kos. Elth is the aorist of Erchomai. That's right. You got it right. So step 1, Miletus to Kos. Step 2, and on the next day into Rhodes. So Rhodes is the big island here. Very nice island. I like it. I've been there once. So they went from Miletus to Kos, and then they probably came along here to Rhodes. Okay. Next, they're going to go to Patara. I'll just go ahead and show you. Rhodes to Patara is next. And from there into Patara. I told you so. This is a Kakathan we've seen several times. It's a Crassus of Chi and a Cathan. And from there. Verse 2. And having found a boat, this is the aorist of heurisco, participle because the aunt. And having found a boat that was going into Phoenicia, diaperon, this is I think it's a present participle, something like diapero. I don't know the exact form. Feel free to look it up. Having embarked, we sailed. So this is epibino. It's aorist because it's ba, doesn't have the bino part. Unt is active, a participle, active participle, aorist active participle. And then here's the same word as anago as we had up here. Again, aorist passive indicative, first singular, which seems to mean sail in this particular context. Verse 3. And having spotted the cypress, so they're going to go from Patara, and they're going to go on the south side of Cyprus. Now, this particular map doesn't show Tyre, but it does say they land in Syria, and you can see Syria. And so they're going to go from Patara south of Cyprus to Syria, and then Tyre is down here, Tyre. They're going to stop at Tyre. Remember Tyre and Sidon of Old Testament fame? So this is an aorist participle also. The alpha is the main clue. It has a nu right before the ending. It's a liquid verb. It doesn't do sigma. So it is aorist, active participle. Having spotted, something like Anna Fino, you know Anna, and having left it, this is feminine because it's referring to Cyprus, which is a feminine word. The article never lies. It has a masculine ending, but it's feminine. This is from katalepo. You can see that it's missing a bit of its epsilon in the lape, and so it's aorist. This is the aorist of lepo, of katalepo. So it's an aorist active participle. My aunt is an active participle. Having left it on the left, this is where they got that for Civil War Captain America. On the left, pneumon, on the left. We sailed into Syria. Pleo, to sail, has an augment, so I'm guessing, unless this is a second aorist, I'm guessing it's an imperfect. We were sailing into Cyprus, and we went down into Tyre. Still on the boat, Elf, this is aorist, kater kamai. And there, the boat was was unloading its cargo. Cargo, that's the word I couldn't remember in the podcast. Periphrastic, I think, form of the verb to be, imperfect of ame, and apophortidzo, or perhaps apophortizomai, perhaps its deponent. They were unloading the cargo. This is a participle because men are passive or middle participles, but I think it's probably deponent. They were unloading, the boat was unloading the cargo. Okay, we don't need this map anymore. We've done it. Verse 4, and having found the disciples, so there are Christians at Tyre. This is, again, anheurisco, missing the sco part, so it's aorist active participle. We remained there. This is the, it's not a very common New Testament use of autou, but this is at least the second time I've seen it in Acts. In this run through, it means there. We remained there. Internal lengthening, alpha, liquid verb. I'm thinking this is the aorist of epimeno. We remained there 7 days. Who, the people there, the disciples, who were saying to Paul, imperfect of lego, through the Spirit, not to go into Jerusalem. Don't go there. The Lord has revealed to them that there may be trouble ahead. And so they don't want Paul to go. Of course, Paul is being told by the Holy Spirit he has to go. So they're being told that bad things are going to happen. He's being told he has to go anyway. A little bit of a conflict of interest, but he's obedient. Not to go upon Jerusalem. This is an infinitive. The bine is there. So this is a present active infinitive. Infinitives don't negate with u. Infinitives negate with may. In fact, outside the indicative mood in the New Testament, almost everything negates with may instead of u. So they were telling him not to go into Jerusalem. Verse 5. And when it came to pass, us to complete the days. Subject of an infinitive is in the accusative case. Subject. This is an infinitive. 6 out of 7 infinitive endings are I. This is an infinitive. Sigma alpha, it's an aorist active infinitive. To complete. Ex artidzo, or something like that. Having gone out, so they've left the building. We went. We went. All accompanying us. So genitive absolute here. All, a noun or pronoun in the genitive becomes a subject. All, accompanying, present participle. My aunt is an active participle of propempo. So having gone out, aorist, we went, all accompanying us with women and children until outside of the city. So we're still in Tyre. They leave the house. Women, children, men accompany them to the edge of the town, outside the city. And by the way, the Mediterranean Sea is not far outside of the city of Tyre at that time. And having placed the knees upon the shore, so Paul kneels. I think Christopher Columbus did this when he landed. Paul's doing it before he gets on the boat because he's afraid of sailing. Actually, I don't know whether Paul's afraid of sailing. I kind of wonder after that shipwreck thing he mentions in 2 Corinthians if he was a little afraid of sailing. But he puts his knees on the shore. Lord, please help me not to die. No, I don't know what he's praying about. Maybe praying about what faces him in Jerusalem, to be frank. Having prayed, sees the key to hidden sigma alpha, it's aorist. Men are passive or middle participles, but prosuchomized opponent. So it looks middle or passive, but it isn't. So having prayed, verse 6, we said goodbye to one another, aorist because of the sigma alpha. Anaspao, I think we saw that in the previous beginning slide, reflects reciprocal pronoun. And we embarked onto the boat. This is embino, embark, sounds like embark a little bit, embino, except it doesn't have the ein, so it's aorist. We embarked upon the boat, and those, and no matter which way I put it, I can't read the bottom of this thing. Anyway, I think it says they went back into their own. Don't quite know how to move this to where I can see it. Okay, well, that's what it says. It says they went back into their own, something like that. Well, this has been the Greek of Acts 21, 1 through 6, and we're off in the new chapter.